Now is the time for our prayer for humanity, which, as a great company, not just those of us that are in this sanctuary, but all of the heavenly host together. Let us remember before God the great need of humankind, and that we may pray to God. Let us first make quiet the fretful mind of every day. Let us open our hearts to the Father, Mother, God, and to Christ the Son, the Holy Trinity of wisdom, love, and power. In the holy name of Christ, by the Christ light in the hearts of all people, we call upon the great angels of Christ. We feel their presence and their power. We attune ourselves to the prayers of all people of good will. And being thus prepared and ready before God with all the will of our minds, with all the love of our deepest heart, we send forth the light. We send it forth as a great star of light, a star of light, a blazing star, withstanding, overcoming all evil, triumphant over death, a star of the Christ light. By all the power of Christ within, we send forth the light. Let us hold all humanity in the golden light of the Christ star and see the power of the Son of God working in the hearts of men. We behold the blazing star with the form of the Lord Christ within its center, radiating his beauty, his spirit, his love over all the earth. Now we hold within the heart of the blazing star the soul of the Americas, the soul of the people of the Americas, that the rays of the ancient spiritual fire that burns therein will rise and illumine the hearts of the people of the Americas with goodwill and brotherhood. May the rose bloom in the heart of the Americas, and its fragrance bring healing to the world. Let us work with the angels of the elements, the angels of the earth, of the air, of the fire, and of the water, to bring healing to Mother Earth and to the world of nature. We see the light of the Christ star shining into the very substance of the earth. We see Mother Earth and all of nature irradiated by the glorious light of the Christ star. And now, with all the power of the Christ love within our hearts, we hold in this great healing star anyone known to us personally who is in need of this help. Silently we name them and see them in the heart of the star. Amen.
Now it is time for our healing circle. Let us open our hearts to the Christ power, wisdom, and love, as together we call upon the angels of healing to draw close. We come into the soft radiance of this love as we focus and hold the healing light of the Christ star over Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, and surrounding environs, and those people who made their transition quite rapidly. So sending love and support to those families and those states where a storm, Mother Nature, went through and there was much devastation. But we hold the light that all is in divine order and God's plan. Sending so much love and light to them. With hearts full of love and gratitude, we give our grateful thanks. Amen. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I love our little group. So Carol has chosen a reading from White Eagle from 1953, and this is a message at Christmas time. It's called that. Beloved brethren, children of earth, we come as a messenger from the world of spirit to bring you greetings, love, yes, and good tidings. You need good tidings in your world today. And he was saying this in 1953. Yes. The messengers of the Spirit come. They whisper into the hearts of men, and there is very much more going on between the world of spirit and the earth plane than you can ever comprehend. You are so accustomed to those words, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, that you do not stop to think of the meaning behind them. There has always been a messenger from God. All the way down, a Son of God has come to the earth to bring the message of life, of love, of the Son, S-U-N, of life, to help man in his physical life. All are children of God, and we would bring you, not only by our words, but by the power of the Spirit amongst you, we would bring this holy message at Christmas time. The birth of the child, the Son child, that's S-U-N, more than this, the mystical child, the Christ child, the birth of the Son, S-U-N, the ancient Son, has ever been celebrated throughout the ages. It is a physical manifestation, the same as creation is a physical manifestation of that holy breath, that Spirit invisible and holy. Humanity has learned to worship it as creator. Humanity is moving along a definite path of spiritual evolution and is learning step by step. First of all, they are learning just a little of the mystery of the incarnation, the coming into form of that holy mystical Spirit. People worship it because they know that without the Son of God, S-U-N again, Son of God, life would become extinct on the earth. All the ancients knew this. It was a crude form of worship, you may think, but it was a true form of worship. And this people are lacking today because humanity is passing through a scientific age and a mental age. But man is missing the greatest need. This is the need of the human heart. The human heart cries out for love, and a little child brings love. Remember that this Christmas story is twofold. The Son, the cosmic child, is the solar logos, the second person, if you will, of the deity. He who was God, he who is God, he who is the Creator, he who has come down from that holiest state to take form and dwell on earth, he who used the symbol of the Sun-child throughout the ages. But the second part of the story is not yet understood, nor can humanity progress much farther until this is understood, the mystical significance of the Christ Mass. The Christ Mass is the symbol of a great initiation into the holy, beautiful, sacred, heavenly mysteries. Humanity is beginning perhaps to comprehend, in a vague way, that there is something stirring within them, a quickening of a life. Even as the Holy Mother has given birth to her Son, so man and woman on earth have to give birth to a child, the Christ child. And when man and woman have given birth to the Christ child, they have taken a great initiation. They have prepared themselves for the next step along the path, which certainly leads to the most beautiful things, the most beautiful life, the mystical birth of Christ in you and for all those whom you love. For all men will pass in time through this experience when they will know the meaning of love, when love will be their life, when every thought and action will be a spontaneous manifestation of the Christ love. Children of the earth, this mystical love, this beautiful gift of God is hovering over you and is particularly with you during the Christ Mass. Oh, we pray, dear ones, that in the quiet of Christmas morning you will remember our message. The gift of Christ Mass is for you. It will be unfolded in your heart in the silence, and then you will hear the singing of heavenly choirs, and a little more light will be released in your heart. A little more wisdom will come, knowledge of the meaning of life, and the mystery of death will no longer be a mystery. May your vision see God everywhere, in everything, and in everybody. Remember that God in some people is almost hidden, but it is there. And it is your joy to work in daily life, to touch that God, to speak to that God, which is the Christ babe waiting to be delivered. And we say with authority that Jesus was born on Christ Mass, born in flesh, a messenger from other spheres of life who came to the earth and was the vehicle of the holy, mystical Christ, God incarnate. Excuse me. Do not let your earthly mind disturb this profound, eternal truth. Become as a little child, accept the simple story, and in due time you will get the revelation of the cosmic mystery which lies within the womb of the Divine Mother, the cosmic mystery which is the Sun, the solar logos, the life, the second aspect of the Trinity. Oh, the wonder and the glory which is to be revealed to you in due time as you walk the path, his path, and follow his example to love, and greater love, the blessing which God has given to humanity. A very happy Christmas with full joyous hearts which nothing can disturb. God bless you all. God be with you during your life, and especially may you realize his presence this Christmastide. Amen.
Well, good morning. Here I am again. Thank you, Susan, for the lovely reading. In this talk, I'm going to be referring to some things that is one of White Eagle's inner teachings done on December 13th, 1949. And adding some of my own insights or whatever. White Eagle says, "We come as a messenger from the world of spirit, and the message concerns the Christ Mass. You may all feel a particular spiritual power today and realize in your hearts that a special outpouring of the spiritual sun falls upon the earth now. It doesn't just come at Christmas Day. It's here with us now, and I think can't be the only one that feels this feeling of the Christmas spirit, the joy, the brotherhood, the peace that seems to be stronger at this time of the year. I always try to get my house decorated, my tree up, and I've done most of my Christmas cards, so that I can, at the end of the month, sort of concentrate on feeling this, allowing myself to feel this great mystical energy, power, whatever you want to call it, the Christ Spirit. As Susan read, we say with authority that Jesus was born on Christmas, born in flesh, a messenger from other spheres of life who came to the earth and was the vehicle of the holy, mystical Christ God incarnate. But there is another aspect of this holy, mystical spirit, because it is universal. It's just not for Christians alone. This mystical spirit is universal for everyone of all faiths. The story tells of the stimulation by the heavenly powers of the human heart. At this time of the year comes a heavenly outpouring of love and wisdom from the holy and blessed Trinity, known throughout the ages as the Mother, Father, Son, the three aspects of the Godhead. Nearly all people can feel this outpouring, but in different degrees, according to their sensitivity or their point of spiritual evolution. At Christmas time, in particular, the Divine Mother as well as the Divine Child pour forth the love, the joy, and the sweetness of the spiritual life. For this reason, the heart, or the human love in everyone, becomes stimulated, and there is a desire to think of others, to make contacts which will renew goodwill and kindliness amongst you all. We say, O children of earth, never, never close your heart to this great inflow of light at Christmas time. Actually, Advent is a time of preparation for the mystical birth of Christ in you. This time of preparation, this time of Advent, is beautiful indeed. It has its own spiritual significance. It binds the human family together as the heavenly family is bound. The light shines from the heavens and enters the cave of the chakra of the heart. There the light gives life to this spirit child, renews the Christ life. It is not enough that you accept this truth with your mind. You must accept and believe with your whole being. And as the other reading said, humankind cannot progress much farther until they understand the mystical significance of the Christ Mass. Men and women have to give birth to the Christ child. as you know the way to avail yourself of this spiritual life force, which is the counterpart on the spiritual plane of what you know as electricity, is to respond with all earnestness to the Christ Mass. Therefore, you must at Christmas time particularly not only think of feasting and present giving and goodwill towards your neighbor, but you must also think of the season's great spiritual significance, the great spiritual dispensation which comes to mankind at this time. For now you can receive in fuller measure this spiritual sun, this stimulation of the Christ, of the spiritual life force. I like to think that this field of energy is what Jesus plugged into to heal the sick and to perform miracles. I'm not sure White Eagle doesn't tell us how to plug into this field of energy, because it's probably different for each one of us to be able to do that. But it is within it's our destiny, you might say, because Jesus told us that what he did, we would be able to do things that he did and even greater. So we don't want to limit ourselves into understanding what our great potential is. White Eagle says you have a direct link, a direct contact with that Trinity above. As you realize that, put aside all analysis by the intellect. Go direct to the holy, blessed family in the spheres of light. Feel in your heart this contact. It will be like plugging into an electric plug. Your whole being will respond to a new spiritual inflow, a life that comes from the source of all life. Realize the power of the divine presence. May you rise up during this Christmas, not as physical, but as divine men and women. Again, I'm going to repeat something that Susan said. Children of earth, this mystical love, this beautiful gift of God, is hovering over you and is particularly with you during the Christ Mass. In the quiet of Christmas morning, may you remember our message. The gift of Christ Mass is for you. It will be unfolded in your heart. A little more wisdom will come, and you will be connected to the spiritual life force. So in these days leading up to the Christ Mass, may we let each day be seen as a pilgrimage where we can confirm our commitment to releasing everything unlike love in ourselves. And as we go into our communion, we're going to have a little bit different communion today. Or I don't want to say communion because it's a meditation. That we're going to do using our power of visualization and imagination. Imagine that you are laying in bed, December 25th, Christ Mass, and you get up before the dawn, before the first rays of the new day come to caress the earth. Take yourself outside and turn to face the direction of the rising sun. Go into a simple prayer. Close your eyes. Stand with your arms at your sides and the palms open. Breathe deeply into the body. Relax the mind and begin to say within yourself, the birth of Christ is at hand. Father, I accept fully your will for me. Your will is only that I be happy and use time to extend my treasure. Now I receive the warmth of your light and your love. Stand and wait. Receive the warmth of the light. Drink the solar energy in through every cell of your body. Then, when the whole body, from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, is filled with light, gently open the eyes of Christ and let yourself see a new world, a new beginning. Amen.